but I smile so hard it hurts. Just when things get worse, you said you woken from a dream.
Weasley the lion is on the prowl. What does he see? We tried to take him out on a walk, but he is terrified to walk on the grass. So we have him sitting on a blanket, and he's perfectly content as long as he doesn't have to touch the grass with his feet. Can you get any more spoiled? Sorry for being such a horrible vlogger this week, guys. There has not been much going on. Hi, Weasley. What are you doing? I like to incorporate at least 3 interesting parts of my week into these vlogs because, as most of you who are familiar with chronic illness, we spend most of our time sick. But this week has been lacking in interesting events, more so than usual. We think my dad may be coming down with the flu, is what I think of that. So I'm crossing my fingers and praying extra hard that Mom and I do not get it. I haven't been feeling well today. And my mom says her nose is starting to feel a little off. But we're hoping it's nothing. And I'm also making feeds. I have been really hungry lately. I mean, really hungry to the point where I find myself chewing when there's nothing in my mouth. It has been so long of being NPO except for water. Not being able to eat has gotten harder rather than easier over time. You would think it would be the opposite. Even water causes reactions. I force myself to drink water to some extent every single day just to keep my stomach functioning. But the days where I actually do not force myself, it is night and day. And we've tried everything. The specialist thought that maybe it was temperature, so we've tried warm water, we've tried cold water, we've tried room temperature water. We've also tried different brands of bottled waters. We've tried special filters. We've even tried glass. And it all causes the same exact response from my body. The water also causes issues when it's put through the J. They're just not anywhere near the severity as if I were to ingest it orally or put it through my G-tube. The only water I do somewhat tolerate is the Similac water that I mix for my feeds, and I tolerate in flushes through the J-tube, but anything ingested orally or put through the G causes reactions. And the more I do, it kind of just leads to anaphylaxis if it doesn't provoke that with just a little bit. Obviously the not tolerating anything orally or through my gut is problematic with medicines, because if we could actually get my oral medicines or tube medicines back on board, I would have some symptom relief. But because I can't even put the medicines mixed with water, or the medicines period, in my stomach or my intestines because I'm reacting to that there too, it's just very problematic. I wish we could get the mast cells in my gut to calm down. I've had biopsies in the past, revealed too many mast cells throughout my GI tract. We're thinking maybe they're just extra finicky, and that's why they won't let me tolerate anything in my stomach. We're not. Morning, guys, it's Friday. My family and I have been a little upset because we caught word that my cousin was put in a drug-induced coma and is in the ICU on a ventilator. A couple years ago, he got into some stuff that he shouldn't have, which was the synthetic marijuana known as K2. And as a repercussion of that, he has suffered daily seizures, memory loss, amongst other neurological issues. But earlier this week, he was found blue and seizing. They called an ambulance, but the seizure has not stopped. They had to, like I said, put him in the drug-induced coma, and every time they try to lighten the anesthesia meds, he goes straight back into another seizure. So we're all very worried. From a medical standpoint, it does not look very good, but we do know that God can perform miracles, so we're just praying for that. It's unfortunate that he does realize that he made a mistake, but yet he's still suffering the consequences. And he has a son too, so he needs to be able to be alive for a son.
It's too early.
This is orthopedic appointment attempt.
I can't get that.
Let me grab it. Her back is injured.
It's worse than that.
She has EDS problems too. They just didn't hit her until later in life.
Back there.
There's a power line out in the road, and the entire one side of the street is
Faster route
completely...
available. You can save 7 minutes by taking I-185 south instead. This route requires tolls.
It's completely backed up with giant trucks because there was a power line that's fallen down right in the middle of the road. We're going through all my old medical records, trying to hunt down the paper that has where I received my EDS diagnosis. You gotta say hi to all the people who think you're lovely.
For real.
For real.
Hello, beautiful people. Bright and early, barely made it. Set my alarm clock for PM instead of AM.
But I've been up since 5 something because I suddenly have really bad insomnia again. In 2014, my insomnia went away, and it has since resurfaced. I was on meds for it before, but now I can't tolerate any of the meds. We finally made it back to the room. I had probably a good 10 x-rays of my ankles, and then 2 of my neck. Those have actually never been x-rayed before, so I'm interested to see how those turn out. We were having to wait for an elevator for ourselves, and we had to just tell 2 people, no, and there was a perfectly empty elevator except for one person, but the woman was wearing perfume.
Well, I didn't know if she was or not, but I just wanted to make sure that...
Yeah, it's okay.
And so that's a little awkward. It kind of seems rude
That's all you have
sometimes,
to do.
but
Just
I guess you gotta do what you have to do when you're allergic to people. The appointment went well.
Feels good out here now.
We have to order the neck brace. We got ankle braces fitted right there, and I will show those later. The x-rays looked pretty good, except for
bones
some...
are in alignment, just your ligaments that aren't.
My bones are in alignment. She said my ligaments aren't. And the neck looks decent other than bone-wise and structurally, other than some lordosis.
And 100,000 times a day, yellow lights turn